even though it's your first pick, if you pick accordingly.
I guess part of the reason for Secret is that they consider Void Spirit a good 4, whereas maybe they think Ember doesn't do that.
You shall not
There was a phase when people played a bit of 4 Ember, like a month ago or so, maybe a bit more. But it's kind of fallen out of favor, so
Who
maybe
calls
they just
the
like
Crystal
Void Spirit for
Maiden?
the extra added role, or
So
they have a bigger
What are
strategy that we
the-
have yet to see here.
what are the Lycan counters these
Places,
days? Old
everyone.
school, you would say
Here's
Axe.
ice in your eye.
I don't know what else at this point.
Sven used to be a carry counter, but it's not good because Sven
Yeah.
is bad and slow.
Very bad.
It's in the bag.
Some heroes that can just stand their ground, stand and deliver. There's been times when Medusa did well, but I
I'll
think again
freeze
the
you
tempo is
fast.
too fast. Lycan gets Necrobook too early. Yeah, I mean that's kind of part of the problem
ice
with this
wolves
hero is
bite.
that you can't just be like, oh, we'll just pick X and Y and we have good counters.
How's
I feel
Pango?
like Lycan
Faster.
deals with most stuff. It's okay. The problem is Lycan's so fast that he can kind of outrun your ult,
Attack!
and his ult lasts longer. And the moment he gets on top of you, you're just so quick to die. You can even purge off the
Ice,
second
take
spell,
you.
right? I think.
30 seconds to showtime.
I'm pretty sure about that. Let me check.
Here I come.
Okay. Well,
Where's
Abaddon's
this
going to be
damn
banned
hero? Here
out.
it is. Yeah, he should be able
Viking
to push
still
that.
have one more. Haven't seen that interaction myself, but I assume so as well. Still 1 minute in reserve time for Viking, and still a lot of decent heroes in the pool that both teams pick. Rubik being, well, that's a support at this point. I
Forward.
guess you still need a support for Viking. And Secret, we're assuming this is 4-5, but of course there's
It's all fun and games until someone's
I don't
frozen
think we assume Void
solid.
Spirit is actually good. I don't think that's decided.
I move.
That's the point, is that they will get more information. I do think the
Bristle.
core matchup
I
of
thought
Lycan
as
is pretty
much.
rough for Void Spirit, actually. You get overwhelmed super fast in fights. Void
Let's
likes to
go.
like weave in and out and play the fights a bit on that mobility, but Lycan just runs you
Agreed.
down, basically, and you have no response. You can't... Like, you can buy time, basically, but you can't really
Swiftly.
fight. Even if he just pops ulti and sends all his summons on you, the fight gets really awkward very fast. For Void Spirit. So first spell, you hit all the summons, you don't really get armor, or rather damage block from Resonant Pulse when it's summons.
I'll not argue.
matter. And, yeah, if Void Spirit is forced out of the fight, that's already a minor victory, right?
On.
Or even a major victory sometimes. So I like that matchup for Lycan. And with that logic, maybe you put it support.
Indeed.
We'll see.
Well, Morana's picked up by Viking.
Oh, interesting.
Most likely hard-hitting
Yes.
Morana. Tidehunter third pick.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Great
Is
against
this
Lycan and Lane.
100% the 3
Into the breach.
for Zai?
Almost certainly. Secret have played this on Nisha once, a long time ago.
Swiftly.
Maybe even more than once. And you can play it 4 as well, so they have the options. But I think the logic here is this is
I
a hero
move.
that is good against Lycan and Lane, and in the game, Anchor Smash is very, very good against these, like, massive
Let's
summon
go.
units heroes, like the Lycan, for example. And you obviously have the Ravage, and then you're also getting Kraken Shell into...
On.
Nightmare Arrow combo, so you have a frontliner that can actually deal with getting jumped. Whereas if you
I
pick
thought as
anything
much.
else, you might feel like you had to pick a save, because if not, then whoever gets Nightmare Arrowed or gripped just
Yes.
dies. But now you have a way of
do you
getting
think
it.
that do you think there's still an option for them to go for that save?
Faster.
Because you're talking about jumping in with Ravage. That's like a one-time thing. It's not spammable, especially for the laning stage.
Indeed.
right?
Yeah, I don't think they're picking Tide.
It's not time
I
yet.
think it's like an added benefit, but the primary reason they're picking him
Agreed.
is for his second and third spell. Ravage is
To battle.
so it's kind of like sometimes when we talk about Enigma, you know how we say the black hole is an
The
added
threat
benefit,
of the
Here I
black
come.
hole.
and sometimes the threat is as strong as the spell itself, right? The thing
Into the
about
breach.
Tide is Ravage is a really long cooldown. In the tempo of Dota right now, I think if you're picking Tide for Ravage, a lot of
Fangs
times it's
of
going to be a
ice.
mistake because whenever it's down, your hero is too weak unless the
Forward.
Anchor Smash and Kraken Shell matchups are really good, in which case you're still very valuable. So here, you can imagine,
My
let's
ice
say that
spice.
you can fight Secret Ravage, win or not, beside the point. Tide has Ravage on cooldown. Usually what
I'll
other
not
teams will
argue.
do is they will be like, oh, there's no Ravage, let's go take Rosh or a tower. But because of his matchups here, he can actually still just frontline and
Faster.
survive. He's going to buy a Vlad's, Anchor Smash all of Lycan's units, get a lot of HP. You can even double Anchor Smash Coddle. He gives them a
Down
natural
you
front line
go.
for Void Spirit to play behind so he can move around a bit better. I really like it for that
Swiftly.
reason. But I do think Ravage is a luxury almost, as weird as it sounds. It's kind of...
I'll not argue.
That's why he's picked so
Well,
rarely, right? If you pick Tide for
right.
Ravage and it was that good, it would be picked a lot. But it's
Forward.
just not enough.
Lone Druid, of course, picked by Team Secret, which I'm personally surprised that it
Let's go.
lasted that long.
Yeah.
I assume Matumba plays that, although I'm sure
I
Misha
move.
has as well in the past, but it feels like a Matumba hero for sure.
It's probably Matumba, yeah. And now
Yeah,
they
it's
need to
supposed
to
decide.
be shortly.
They need to decide now what role the Void Spirit is. I think Clockwork has some merit in this game as a
On.
4 or even a 3 for Zai. It's really good against Shaker and Bane. The Mirana matchup might seem bad because of Leap, but actually a lot of the time it goes the other way, where Clock is one of the few heroes that can reliably get on top of you and
Agreed.
then knock you back with Cogs. Basically like a 2.5 to 3 second stun. A lot of the time it's
Die.
enough. The matchup against Lycan is pretty rough though, so maybe they don't like it for that reason. I'm just trying
Into
to
the
think
breach.
of what else would stand out with what Secret usually play. They're gonna ban Ursa.
I thought as
Giving
much.
Tide a better
Power
game.
before us.
Probably concerned Lycan could go mid, and then they can just put another carry against
Here I
Tide.
come.
Obviously also
We only have 3 seconds of reserve time, so this is essentially
Indeed.
I feel like the Viking draft is a little bit more straightforward with what you're
I'm under
expecting.
attack.
The fact that Secret does not get final pick
Yes.
means that the Void Spirit, I mean, it's cool and all to have this flex pick, but obviously it's more impactful if you
Into
do have
the
the
breach.
final pick of the draft, right? All right, Monkey King.
Agreed.
So Misha, I assume.
Yeah,
for the
and
mid
it
lane?
has some good matchups. It's very good against
I
Lycan. You get so much armor in the ring that is one hero Lycan can't really man fight, and the passive damage from your ult
This'll come
really
in
messes
handy.
with them. You have good lane matchup into Lycan if you want to try to set that up.
Fast.
10 seconds to go.
And as far as, again, it's nice to have a frontliner if you're playing Monkey King. If somebody else can really give you
My eyes
get
spike
vision,
deep.
then it's way easier to find the right angle from the trees to get into the fight and enter. You even
Die.
have a bear to give you vision too. Wow.
Queen of Pain. And
Swiftly.
it's the Arcana. Hell yeah. Get to see some whipping action today. If they're in melee range.
Here I come.
Well, semi-melee range. In Monkey King range, let's say. Whatever the hell range that is.
On.
Definitely not melee.
First blood.
It's a
First
strong
blood
last
on the
pick,
sand
and boom, he
strikes
loves
the
it, you know.
perfect
It's one
Yes.
of the things that Viking have had the absolute most success with, and his matchups in lane are pretty good. You either play against Monkey King, which
battle.
is a good quap matchup, or you play against Lone, which I think is a good quap matchup right in the start, and then
Forward.
maybe can get a little tricky, but I still think quap is fine. Or you're playing against Tide, which is a farming lane. So I reckon it's going to be quap.
Drop it.
You reckon?
10 seconds.
I thought as much.
Although you could. It's an offlane Mirana Shaker, probably from Viking. You could play safe lane Monkey
Let's
King into
go.
this with Coddle and put the Tide or something mid. They have options. It's hard to say. It depends
I'll
on Secret
treat
are
you
aiming to
fast.
do the most. If their goal is to shut down Lycan, they try to get Tide into that lane, and then they want Monkey King,
I'll not argue.
I think, to have the second easiest lane. Would be my choice, just because the tempo and Lone Druid can lane against Swamp. Matu is very, very good at it.
Indeed.
So.
Now, I know Yapster
be
plays
able to.
super greedy on pretty much every single hero, and we have Zai playing Tide
Here I come.
this time around, too. Not that he can't farm, but
Indeed.
Is that a bold prediction, or is that generally?
Yeah,
how it
I think
goes?
that's unlikely.
Okay.
Also because Secret
Yes.
in the last month have adjusted a little bit, I would say, in terms of farm priority. Yapsor takes less in a lot of games, and Puppy actually takes more. So,
What?
Ice,
but
take
Yapsor
you.
is still by nature, if you will, a rather greedy player. But it's not anymore the classic.
Swift as the wolves of
Yapsor
Ice
just
Rock.
takes like out farms his offlane consistently.
Not ready.
That's not how they play it anymore.
Okay.
I think you'll see
Well,
it
let's
in this
see.
game.
Let's go.
Last time he played Void Spirit, his net worth was not very great. They still won the game. He made a big play, I think. And
Into
kind
the
of
breach.
back in the game. Well, let's
Sounds
have
like he always makes a big play. So, going through the
I
lineups
move.
themselves, disregarding the team. I mean, Viking, not to take anything away from it, but Secret right now is just looking incredible. Who's not actually like more? Just like composition.
I think, honestly, it's pretty close. Like, there's some really good matchups in the Tide Hunter in this game, and I think amongst these games is also very good. But at the same time, Vikings lineup has tons of low cooldown fighting capability.
Swiftly.
With just easy set up stun combos against a lineup with no save. That's always dangerous to play into. You can get caught.
I
at any
thought
point
as
in
much.
time. So I feel like it's relatively even, which makes me favor Secret, right? You just have to, basically.
Right.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But Viking has beaten this team before.
Attack!
2-0 Secret. Before their ridiculous streak, Secret did get, I believe, knocked out of a
I'll
tournament
not
actually
argue.
by Viking. Or they knocked them into lower bracket and then they lost the streak. It was not.
Recap the few Viking games. Viking games bounced their lead several times, as you've already seen in this cast alone. But yeah, they've been pretty impressive. I mean, obviously
That'll
not
help
as
you keep an eye on
consistent as the
things.
tier 1 teams, but I feel like they're not
Have fun trying to bust down radiant structures now.
Obviously, a series like this can go a long way.
There goes one of the other
Alright,
fellas
looks like the
mid-towers.
bounties will be split between each respective team. So Shad on the Lycan in the bot lane.
Agreed.
Bane going up against, looks like
Your mid-tower's in a bit of a
actually like a
bind.
Nisha
I
Puppy
move.
in the bot lane. So where does Yapsor go?
So they do Coddle Monkey. Oh, they're aggro tri-laning.
I thought
is,
as
is
much.
he actually staying inside the tribe? Looks like it.
Okay. So this was an option I wasn't considering
Forward.
because I really thought they wanted Tide against Viking. Another way of dealing with Viking is just play like if Viking are to bring a third hero down here, I don't think they're
Swiftly.
really favored in this lane because Lycan is very bad at tri-lanes. Oh my god, that's a good lane, right? Celery's actually
A couple more right clicks and first blood goes the way of Nisha. I mean, that
That's
was
something
really
I
good
never
execution
hear.
with Cell.
Whoever says celery.
I don't know. That's
Not really.
Well, if you put enough ranch on it, it's
Let's
anything
go.
delicious.
Yeah, I mean ranch, right?
Let's just call him ranch the rest of the game. Is that what you really
Agreed.
Dude, celery is just not my food. It's
want? That's fair enough.
The
one
ice
of
will
these
Green and
spike.
healthy.
yeah, terrible.
Not as much as Brussels sprouts, though, apparently.
To battle.
Anywho, first blood goes the way of Secret. Looks like Yapsor's going to stick around a little bit
Down
longer.
you
So
go.
is there, I guess the adjustment is Aramis
That
coming.
top tower of yours ain't doing so good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here I come.
Now that Puppy skilled Blinding Light, this is a lot better for them, I think. It obviously gave them the first blood, but you would love to have Illuminate here to keep pressure up
Yes.
and push in the wave so the enemy team can't pull, and to ideally hit multiple heroes. Very nice CS there. From
I'll
Puppy,
not
actually
argue.
Getting the big creep. He'll be fine here with a blind. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is the adjustment that Viking want to make, but it might be the one they have to make. Playing this lane 3v2 is rough,
Into the breach.
and Shaker won't put enough pressure on the Tide top, right? Zai is gonna be so fine up here.
To
I
battle.
think this matchup against Mirana is mega easy.
Mostly just a farming lane,
Forward.
I assume. As, looks like a courier is taking combos, it looks like.
Not yet.
So that is probably a wash of an
I
offline
move.
mid lane. Kind of what we talked about. Plot versus Lone Druid. How do you like that?
Faster.
Like I said before, I think Plop does very well right at the start, but then after a little bit, Lone Druid probably pulls ahead. That would be my guess. And obviously, like,
Radiant's
a play
toughened
Lone
up
Druid
their
always has a mid
structures.
that I think is a bit underrated. It's just his ability to just pull waves, right? Like, you can always
I
keep your
thought as
bear
much.
between the towers, grab the wave, and pull it somewhere else, whether it's on your hills, so you get better positioning, or like you did here, pull it next to a neutral camp.
Swiftly.
The other fella's
Somehow
bottom
you
tower's
can
gone
make
for
sure it's
good.
But yeah.
Yes.
It might just be with the better understanding of Lone that this lane is like wrong at this point, basically.
Fangs of ice.
So it looks like it's the try v try that we're going to be mostly watching right now. Nisha.
Into the breach.
Harassment with
Your
the boundless
mid-tower
strike
needs
onto
a little
the base.
help.
There's 3 stacks of Jingu.
Them Dia
right
buildings are tough as nails for
now.
now.
Visibility.
Really annoying with the blinding light. This hero has got to
Agreed.
play against. Not even including all the combos that you can come up with in terms of the dual
Here I
lanes.
come.
They do miss an Aether Remnant though. Yapsor does. Nice to find it.
I'll not argue.
I mean, how much kill potential do we have on Vikings side? I mean, the Earthshaker can obviously get off a good block,
Indeed.
but in terms of getting killed, do you see any possibility
It's pretty
without a
unlikely.
misstep?
I'll not argue.
It's pretty unlikely. And that's a problem because the constant harass that Secret poses
Here's
here will
ice in your
eventually
eye.
whittle them down. Shaker doesn't harass much, but you can always do an Ether Remnant into Blinding Light
Let's
or
go.
Ether Remnant into Monkey King Stun and harass people, whereas the enemy team kind of just has to sit back and try to pull. And you can see in the CS that Nisha's pulling a hard big time from this.
Here I
It's
come.
25 and 9, 14.
Radiant's gone and fortified their
Very big lane
structures.
win coming out from Secret there.
Into the breach.
Yeah, that's huge.
One's a very unusual build. I don't know when the last
The
time
ice
I've
wolves
seen
bite.
Puppy is 2 and blind. Basically everyone lately on Puddle
Here's ice in your eye.
The other
And at least
fella's
sometimes
top
you get a
tower
value
won't be
blind
making
lane,
trouble
blind
no
laning,
more.
But then mostly with max chakra.
I thought as
Or
much.
then start going Illuminate. But he's actually going 0 to 1. It's pretty.
Is it
pretty
possible
unusual.
that this was a misclick? I'm looking at how it actually scales.
I
It's not
move.
the greatest. I mean, the damage goes up slightly. Obviously, the cooldown is pretty
Faster.
standard. There's essentially cast range and a little bit extra damage in the duration and add 1 more second.
No breaking down the
Have
radiant
it
structures
for the
like
countering
this.
Lycan.
Hate to be your mid tower right about now.
Feeling like if he has
That-
12 points,
Not to get last hits.
just
Plain.
countering Lycan when he comes online, right? Like having low cooldown blinding light against against
Agreed.
Lycan's army is really good, obviously, but still very unusual. I'm curious to see if he gets another.
Ah.
Or if this was just
All in, baby. Why not? Yapsor. He does have an
Indeed.
Aether Remnant in the bottom.
This'll come in handy.
Looks like it will not connect, but Cellular's
Get
actually
blinded
just stuck
into
in
it.
this position, blinded into it, like you said, and down he goes. So 2 kills.
Your
on
bottom
the
tower ain't long for this world.
Secret.
Yes.
Like you said, Monkey King is farming the crap out of it. Another Aether
No.
Remnant,
Might
this
wanna
time into
check
a
your
balanced
bottom
strike. I
tower.
don't have to actually get a kill on Aramis, but damage has been done.
Can't get enough of those
Very little
things.
HP. As Marana in the top lane.
They're
taking
meaning to
out
smash
the
that
guy.
bottom tower
This is
here.
real bad. They have to TP
Let's
base.
just say things are getting a little
But
uncomfortable.
not only does he die on the ground, he dies with a full wave of power plus his intense experience.
The other fella's aiming to wreck your bottom tower.
Now, Monster is very safe in the middle,
The Radiant's courier didn't make it.
and they
Your
have way
bottom
more
tower's
pressure on
in
the
a
bot
tight
lane.
spot.
Basically, Sylvie has to go down here.
I
it feels
feel
like,
colder already.
Start leaning here.
It's not time
Secret off
yet.
to a really good start. Like, look
How
at the
do
CS in
you-
the top
Let's
lane
go.
too. Like how much Tide is winning there.
Yeah,
Your
31
bottom
and 3
tower's in a
versus
tight
17 and
spot.
2. Yeah, they're just. I mean, mid lane is the closest. 36 and 7 on the Lone Druid versus 32 and 6 on Quap. Technically,
Ice,
Lone Druid is
take
winning
you.
that in terms of the CS. So Secret has an advantage every single lane. Mid lane, in the meantime, we have the route into Aether Remnant. Kind of unfortunate timing,
Down
but of course
you
can't-
go.
well, some can't. Most can't. I know a couple. Not able to find a kill regardless.
Here I
How do you
come.
die on... No, maybe see another dead bottom. No, Kobe will leap out.
Forward.
Why is it Marana dies against Tide? Explain that to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. He got caught off guard by level 6 on Tide. I know that much. He got
Agreed.
hit by Ravage. Maybe
Yeah.
wasn't expecting
Your
Tide
top
to level up
tower's
at that exact
hurting.
timing and just was semi-low HP. My best guess just got ravaged and angered to that. And I was playing very aggressive
I
into
move.
him. And at some point, like if you're Marana and there's a Tide running at you and hitting you, you have to fight back, right? You can't just run away every
I'll
single
not
time
argue.
and not get any control of the lane. So maybe they were both floating at like low HP. And then Zai got
Swiftly.
the-
Bottom lane. Aether Remnant, Yapsor sets up another potential kill here.
Not
Kobe,
time yet.
not really anything he can do. No lead to Veil.
Yes.
You got a
Actually
feeling
came in,
things
but
are
the
gonna
strike
pick up
misses,
real
Puppy.
soon.
Getting very low, but will live with 5
I
HP.
thought as much.
Now the pressure is upon Boom. Has 3 stacks of Jingu Mastery, but will sidestep the rest. and
Indeed.
I think that'll break things up. So 4-1 advantage now for Secret. But
Mine.
another kill on this Marana. Her game feels just awful right
To
now.
battle.
Yeah, it's not good. And it's a hero that likes to play with tempo, right? We've seen some Cormoranas have huge impact,
Faster.
like team that really stands out with it.
Your mid tower ain't
Alright,
doing too
Sonic,
well.
nice. That was a Sonic wave.
And that was a Ravage.
The other
Okay.
fella
Oh my gosh, really?
been disowned.
Guess we're
It's already
using
been
the
2
big
minutes.
spells right now. Nisha, nice dodge on the arrow.
Into the breach.
Let's try to fight back here.
Nice boundless strike, a little bit of healing, but there is the nightmare celery with the right clicks, and Toby with the Starstorm.
I thought as much.
Finally, a very high value kill. Feels like.
Yeah, and for Toby to beat so badly, right?
Swiftly.
Your top tower's in
I was
trouble.
gonna say a team that we've seen had a lot of success.
The
with Ryan has
Dire
been
went
Team
and
Liquid.
fortified
They've
that
played both
structure.
3 and 2
Fangs
as
of
of late,
ice.
and even 4. But usually when it really takes off, it's from a full-on snow.
Almost too bad for your top tower.
This hero with a bad lane switch is very lackluster at times. It's good if they
Indeed.
manage to pull him back in the game a little bit here. See his net
Someone
worth
has
is still
actually transitioned
faster.
to the top lane, so they might be focusing on this bad boy. But there's
I
pressure being
come.
applied by Shad and company in the mid lane, so Puppy's gonna have to TP with that level 1
Double
illuminate.
damage.
And it is a level 2 blinding light still, but of course hasn't really increased his
Battle.
levels that much since we last talked about it. Rush is to
immediately
illuminate
they bring
again.
the wall here.
They know the Reg is down. Boom does not have Sonic Wave either, but Tom
Forward.
is able to get the tier 1 tower all by himself, so defense is successful from Secret in the mid
Let's go.
This is basically
Taking
second
the-
defense, but
lane. One for more, Zai. Or Shaker. Good stun.
Yes.
Looks like Zai will likely go down. It's 2 Booms. Stream of Pain. Not sure if they actually want to continue the fight, but the root
Faster.
onto the Queen of Pain, into the Fear. Do they have enough to actually take him out is the question. Yeah, after them Aether Remnant for a little bit. So Boom gets
Into
out,
the breach.
no problem. In fact, Celery able to sidestep the Aether Remnant as well.
good stuff from both teams here. I really like the defense from Secret. When you're being pushed on the key tower and you have Tide, you almost always
not
just want to
argue.
bring
Behind
Tide
you
there
guys.
as soon as possible. And Zai came in and did it. Viking realized they couldn't brute force the tower, but then immediately
I move.
identified that they could try to run him down in the jungle and get that kill. So it was a nice kill. They don't get the tower though.
Puppy.
Let's go.
Nicely done. Don't think he had enough damage anyway. Sonic Wave is not nearly enough to get that kill.
Oh, Toby.
Agreed.
Yeah, Toby might be in trouble here. The Gush. Oh,
On.
'cause I did have Ravage. Man, I was gonna say if he Ravaged there as well. Never seen this
I'll
many
not
Ravages
argue.
at this stage of the game from a Tide Hunter. It feels like. That's good to see. Tier 1 tower looks to be the next potential choice here for Secret, but they have to worry about losing this mid lane, which is
To battle.
a very important tower.
Smoke.
Viking.
That was not
Forward.
spotted by the observer that Secret have down here. I think they smoked just outside of vision of both wards, so nicely done. And this could reward them big time mid
Swiftly.
lane. Oh no,
Go for the
that's
sleep on the bear. They lose vision on Matumba. They're gonna find him though, and there's the grip. That should be more than enough to get the kill. The fear comes in at the last moment, but the Earthshaker ult will be enough to finish off your Druid. And now the tier 1 tower will likely follow suit. They did get the bottom one decision, so it'll be a trade of sorts.
Faster.
Yep, so we're looking for the deny, but I'll have to ask. We'll step
very
to
good
save.
shit.
Is it cold
They
in
get the
here?
highest value tower
Or is
right
it
now.
just
the mid
me?
tier 1. They kill the enemy highest net worth hero.
Yes.
All they had to use was Echo Slayer. That goes back to the enemy. So it's a very hard to do. Especially when you're playing going to a build definitely not the range of his own hero. Just the very I would say almost low value right now. So getting any good kill out of it is great.
Looks like
Puppy baiting
Puppy and Matumba. Yeah, looked like that was possibly the case. Celery, of course, doesn't have Fiend's Grip. Another 60 seconds on cooldown. Fatus Ignis, or Ignis Fatus, is now available, Cinder, and the Will-O-Wisp, as some call it. Dota 2 officially does call it Will-O-Wisp, but
Disney?
Fatus sounds way better. Armis? I think feels like he's still baiting, but they don't have anything to TP to if he runs into trouble. Secret playing a little bit safe as a result. Puppy's just all alone now. So it's going to be more of a farming game for a little bit here as Lone Druid
I thought as much.
working on a Desolator there. Been seeing a lot of minus armor.
This
Massive
one's
Mammoth into,
all
like,
mine.
Deathto Assault. We're taking those towers.
Into
and
the
just
breach.
Shredding supports. What do you think of that build overall on Lone Druid?
Faster.
Just as a general build or in this game?
Yeah. Well, either.
I think,
I thought as much.
again, it's about the tempo of the game. It feels like going through old radio This build feels a bit wasted in a lot of games because
Indeed.
you want to hit this extreme timing around the early portion of the mid game. And Mask of Madness, Deso,
Not
it
ready.
also ramps up the farming speed on the way, right? When you're buying Radiance, you have this like downtime where you're waiting for so long. But right now, Matsu can join any team fight and have really high impact because his bear is just
To battle.
it's just strong right now for anything. And yeah, getting strong single target damage on the bear, obviously amazing.
Here I come.
Moonlight Shadow
Yep.
into a grip. We're gonna have TP support. Zai is actually gonna cancel this. This is gonna be a freebie onto Puppy, and likely the tier 1
Yes.
power as well. So,
Wait, he got cancelled by an ancient Prowler Shaman petrifying him.
oh, are you serious?
Yeah, I think he petrified him.
Oh,
like-
Nice.
unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was
I'll not
fortunate. He
argue.
might have ended up being collateral there if he completed that TP. Puppy was absolutely dead when he come in, and
Let's go.
maybe it could have evolved into the team.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Agreed.
way that TPs for everybody else. That's
Monster kill.
My eyes. I can't see your breath.
More good stuff from Viking.
Not
In this patch and the previous one, just because they were quick to identify what is strong and what you need to do. They're very good at moving around and take initiative, getting towers,
Swiftly.
playing as a team, bringing the right number of heroes to place. And I think the next thing they're maybe looking at here is
Into the breach.
Roshan. I think in order to get that for them, they need to get at least one key core kill first.
I
And
move.
that's easier said than done when you have
Your mid tower's coming apart.
Yeah, that's pretty much been their go-to. When that is up, they've gotten super aggressive
Not
and
time yet.
a bit more passive.
Agreed.
Radiant structures must have been fortified.
But Toby on the Mirana is working towards an MKB, so no
Forward.
big surprise there. Going for that hard right click. As the next one,
I thought as much.
level 3, and then Yule's not finished. Pain. So, I guess the root is the main. He's gonna run into 2 people, by the way. Secret, looks like they will, in all likelihood, not get a 3 kill.
It's not easy to hit that remnant, to be honest. It's a pretty difficult angle.
Now the TP supports are in, so.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what else you guys can do it for. I guess it's pretty good against Monkey King. You can purge off his stacks. Jingu, you have a way, like you said, of the Laundry Brute. If you're clutch, you can dodge Ravage.
It just keeps getting
Which isn't
better.
even that hard, actually. As long as you're paying attention to it, you will
Let's
dodge
go.
it. It's more about if he's in your vision range or not.
Your top tower's getting
Zai
all
is
banged
closing in on
up.
a blink dagger, just a few.
Dire
Indeed.
structures looking fortified.
Lane. Toby and Stellar are together right now.
Your top tower's in
Is
trouble.
Watching from above. Aramis is available on the back end, though. They're going to start with the
So
balance
much for
strike.
your top
Rip
tower.
onto Yapzor. There's the Echo Slam onto 2. Beautifully done, but the counter ravage from Zai into the Monkey King. Also
not
looks like
ready.
Aramis will find his way to the grave. Along with the Bane Elemental. And now Toby, under that Moonlight Shadow, looks like he will live, so.
I'll not
Ultimate
argue.
suspended and 2 supports die.
Almost feel bad for
Making
your
3
top
as top
tower.
lane Puppy gets taken out by
Into the breach.
That was a super good read from, I mean, really both teams.
Here I come.
Vikings set that up as a trap. They're in a great position with Bane. They got an instant rip out as they needed there. The Echo obviously a bit underwhelming, but that's what you're going to get if there's just 2 heroes in the middle of nothing. But just
Your top tower's getting all
Zai
banged
just there
up.
at the right time. Very nicely set up. They were kind of expecting, I think, that
Yes.
Viking were semi-baiting that, just because when they looked at the rest of the map, the heroes weren't there. Here we go. New story. Time for Roche. There's no Ravage. Arrow here. No, oh, actually, no minus.
Pretty quick Roche. Necro 3 is now online.
Not yet.
Not only that, actual
Not yet.
what power spectre
Roche won't be stomping around no more thanks to the
is
dire.
between a fan. They're going to smoke immediately. And they ping around Nisha.
Agreed.
Unless that's Nisha's ping, actually. He's going to
Might
jump
want to
in.
check your bottom tower.
And the Yules.
Can't do nothing about dire structures
Actually,
right
the
now.
Fissure misses. Doesn't stay with the enchant totem though. Boom.
Swiftly.
Coming in as well. Like
Oh,
it's gonna
one
pump the
partial
ult.
to your
Yep,
bottom
completely out of
tower.
astral steps. So that's gonna be an easy cleanup.
They're meaning to smash that bottom tower of
To
yours.
cut that when you consider
This
what
ain't
they
gonna
got.
end well,
They
will it?
Shapeshift. In the meantime, Secret are pushing all 3 lanes.
Let's go.
They got tower. They did. But now this is
I can design it.
I'm burning up.
hard kill though.
And now that Shad's ult has
Just like
completely run out, yeah, they're not gonna go any further. It looks like. Too scared of the reinforcements.
I like
Actually
Puppy's
gets
trademark
there.
move of blinding light into TP out. Seems to be what he's
Yeah,
doing this
Zaya
game.
is left to his own devices now. Arrow will
Nice
miss, but gives a little
dodge.
bit of vision. And Boom will just continue to chase him down. Zai does have a TP, but of
Oh
course...
my.
Oh, do they have vision? Boom! Oh, the fissure from the back end. And that's going to be a kill. Finally. It
That
takes
was
forever,
actually
though.
godlike movement from Zai. Good for Viking to get that kill. That one would have stung a lot.
Your mid
Basically
tower's
played
coming
this
apart.
bog completely perfectly with
No
what he did.
breaking
Dodged
through the dire
arrow,
structures for now.
coming, then he went all the way to
You
the
only
left of
live
the tree line to
twice.
buy just enough time to blink. But his blink options were
I
extremely
move.
limited because half the forest up here is cut.
No
One
time
place to
yet.
go and they do fish right now. So
We're going to have a
Good work.
TP.
Here I come.
TP here from Puppy and company. Looks like the Ignis Bacchus will be used, and it'll be
The other
used
fella's
to
top
pick up the
tower.
base elemental. 19
Accident.
minutes, 52 seconds. Nisha going for this outpost. I'm not sure if he
Oh,
has
wrong
it by
side.
himself. It's close.
Forward.
And controlled by the Dire.
Not
Yep.
yet.
Northwest. So he gets it just in the nick of time.
I
Yep, so
thought
had a
as much.
50-50 there against Toby on the Remnant, and he threw it facing the wrong direction. Or he could have
To
been
battle.
the Remnant too. But yeah, that's a big cooldown from Secret to only really kill a Bane. They do get the output like
This'll
you said,
work.
that's valuable. But it could prompt another aggressive
I'll not argue.
They have
Your
all
bottom
their-
tower ain't long for this world. No
will
breaking
have
down the radiant structures like this.
Very shortly. Toby just needs to get some mana and an item, and he'll be
Swiftly.
good to fight for now. But yeah, there is a smoke being used. Armis, of course, is showing up
Indeed.
that smoke dagger. Does have the Echo Slam available as well.
The other fellas aiming to wreck your bottom tower. The other fellas couldn't save their top tower. Real nice.
Way down. And that's exactly what Vikings gonna try to do.
I move.
Oh my god, the rank flying. No.
Unfortunate.
To battle.
If you got the arrow out too.
Your bottom tower ain't long for this world.
Savage on the tree! Surprise attack from Zai. Gets off the brain sap, getting himself using them out, but here comes Nisha to lead him from the game. Armin gets off the Echo Slam, one under one hero, trying to stun as much as possible. Nisha now turning his sights onto Toby. He's pretty close. He's gonna get that kill. Looks like it'll be a trade of sorts, though. It's now Boom's come to play. Gotta sacrifice the Zai. Blink out just in time for Boom.
Triple kill.
He's up to 2 for 1. Zai is just continuing to chase this Queen of Pain. But yeah, that'll be the end of it.
Oh,
Zai
I
with
don't
a
know if
huge
Celery should have
ravage
done that.
there.
Okay.
Gets off the
I thought he was
Nightmare,
going to
and
get caught by the bear.
Bear is getting a lot stronger.
Once
Has the
burned,
Hyperstone in addition to the
I
Mask of
shall.
Madness. And the Desolator. Nice here. Depth Sword in the trees right now.
I'll not argue.
I'm not sure if they know he's here. I don't think so. Does have 2 astral
It's
steps
not
here.
time yet.
Yeah, this is an awkward, like, 30
Let's
40
go.
seconds.
From even from our perspective, where we can see both teams, that looked dodgy to
Swift
start
as
going
the
to the
wolves
bear
of Ice
that
Realm.
deep. And obviously Vikings don't have the exact positioning information that we do, but they still felt confident that they would be able to reset this. Again,
I thought
lots
as
of
much.
good plays from lots of good individual plays. I think Shaker played that fight beautifully. Yeah, he doesn't get the key kill that he was looking for, or actually he did get Nisha, right? They did get Nisha in the end, and he stayed
Yeah.
alive himself. Ravage was great.
Yes.
Yeah, good Dota. But Secret, again, kind of getting the better end
That's
overall in
the
terms of economy. There hasn't been a big team fight win for Viking all game.
Into the
They
breach.
ended up using
This was
the
their
Aegis,
Aegis,
by
yeah.
the way, yeah. Didn't really get much use out of it. BKB is now online
Down.
for Boom though.
Damn it.
Second with the Yule Scepter. Looks like he's going for Shiva's next. Toby's still working on it.
I move.
Is he actually not having it? He has to have something coming. He's had this MKB.
He got it right before the fight broke out, right?
I thought as much.
I'll take 3 and a
I
half.
say. My heart.
He did die in this fight.
The App Store has
That top tower of yours
now you
ain't
have
doing
extra
too
use
bad.
that double silence. Now you have BKB and the Yule to take off. Of course.
Your top tower's
I
hurting.
really like that axe, by the way.
Too bad about your top tower.
Feels pretty good.
Well,
This is
shoot.
the Aether Remnant. Looks like he's just gonna steal.
Your top tower's in trouble.
Boom, kept his cool. Didn't get in trouble.
It's gonna be broken by the Earthshaker who's linked up
The
to
other
safety.
fella's bottom tower's done for.
Played there.
Almost feel bad for your
Warrior
top
actually
tower.
gives Aramis. Even brought his staff of wizardry, which actually
Back.
showed where he was. Looks like he will be
The
found
other
though.
fella's
It did
bottom
cost
rags is
an
gone.
ignis fatuus
Forward.
Cinderin. Not sure if that was worth, but
Not
mid
yet.
lane, Boom has to pop the BKB and
I'll
flip
not
away to
argue.
safety. And we'll use that rune bottle to heal up as much as
Faster.
he can. That was super close. I'm actually not even sure if he needed the BKB there, but
Double kill.
9-9 made up, so we can just steal the bounty.
Here I
rune.
come.
The other fellas will
That
have
means
to do
Viking
without
actually
that
takes
bottom
3 out of
rags.
4 bounty runes here. So nicely played. from
Agreed.
them. They are being chased a bit here. Accelerate down from the face of danger.
Yes.
Toby should be fine.
Bonk his courier. Goes
Into the breach.
over the Ogre Axe and then flew back. Which he's choosing not even to expect, so you could argue that
The
that's
other
kind of
fella's top rags is done for.
borderline animal cruelty.
Let's go.
Risk of death to deliver nonsensical item right now? Or
Indeed.
Shad right now has the Assault Cuirass on that Lycan.
Quiraz.
Cuirass, is it really? I can't say that.
I didn't know for years.
Agreed.
I learned that. I think I learned that this year actually.
I'm under
Quiraz,
attack.
I think it is.
Yes.
Have fun trying to
Alright,
bust
you're
down
off.
radiant structures
Thanks,
now.
Cinderin.
I don't know if that
Not
pronunciation is
there's no
incorrect.
way
though.
I'm saying that.
I saw
Puppy's gonna
Quiraz.
get grip trying to take the outpost. And there's TP support from Mirana coming in, and this is gonna be an easy kill.
This'll come in handy.
Nisha actually gets stunned in the tree.
Oh.
Eccleston is not in range to get the stun off. Nisha's gonna have to pop it both on the high ground, but
The
they have
other
the
fella's
damage. But
lost
Toby
the
just
tower.
jumping in. Ravage is a little bit too late. Sonic Wave to follow. It's a 2 for nothing in favor of
I'll not
Viking.
argue.
Boom pops the BKB, focuses his sight on that bear, but the bear is really tanky. Looks like everybody else wants to get it. Mirana and Earthshaker die. Despite
Not ready.
the ban back in.
Not ready.
It's really tanky. It's crazy.
I move.
It was tanky until...
Oh, Shad actually got spotted. He doesn't have boots.
Let's
He can
go.
die here. This is possible if they don't buy back. Any route.
Root.
Not yet.
Is there, and yeah, this should be a kill
My
question mark.
temp-
Boom. Gets his Shadow Strike off, and now Lil Yap
Out with that.
The other fella's mid-rags won't be. The other fella's mid-rags won't be. No punches pulled.
the Assault Cuirass.
I take
Quiraz.
Cuirass, got it.
Quiraz.
into the breach.
Quick.
Nothing left of the other fella's mid-tower. The other fella's lost a mid-tower.
Can't believe it's. I'm not gonna accept it.
Dyer's done it again.
I feel like the heroes